And here we go, ladies and time for part 3 of Gray, and this is your final part for the week 5 edition of Raw, and this is the Raw after the Limit Raw exclusive pay-per-view. Now, if you didn't watch the Limit pay-per-view, then I suggest that you guys do watch, just so you can get a gist of the storyline, even though, to be fair, there's only really 2 storylines shown in this episode that are continued, while the other ones are going to be continued on the next episode of Raw, and then the next episode after that, since we got to do this either 1x1 or 2x2 or 3x3 sometimes. Anyway, continuing off of the Undertaker and Kane versus AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura Tag Team War Elimination matchup. We got the man who eliminated Shinsuke Nakamura, Kane, going 1-on-1 with Shinsuke Nakamura, who was the first man eliminated in that Tag Team War match. As, of course, Undertaker, he eliminated AJ Styles later on. And it was actually a pretty short matchup, surprisingly. So, the reason that the storyline came to be was, of course, in the week 4 edition of Raw, we had a random matchup between Kane and AJ Styles, in which Styles defeated Kane, but then after that, Undertaker decided to come out and he attacked AJ Styles, and now Shinsuke Nakamura tries to act like the hero that he isn't, tries to help out AJ Styles, and in hopes he actually does prevail, and he successfully attacks Undertaker. Which, to be fair, I feel like Nakamura should just let Styles to rot on the ground. Just let him rot and just let Taker and Kane do whatever they want to him, whether it was absolutely demolish him with weapons, end his career, or just, do anything to him to make him get off this Raw brand and put him over on SmackDown. New story where they will appreciate him. To be fair, they will appreciate him there. Because you face fans are too gullible to notice that the heels are what Raw is all about compared to SmackDown, compared to ECW, where SmackDown and ECW, they also are like you gullible fans, where they only cheer for the faces. So for there, I cheer for Kane as Syria. Nakamura takes a nasty bump to the back of his head, took a gruesome landing onto the top of that ladder. So Kane, he has the momentum now going into this matchup, and also so far in this matchup. As to now, Nakamura with Tiger Suplex, the one hook Tiger Suplex. Surprisingly, did not put Kane through the table due to its angle. As now, ladies and gentlemen, this of course will be your main event of Raw. So now AJ Styles, and The Undertaker, they are not supposed and are not scheduled to show up here, and they're not supposed to interfere in this matchup at all. If they do, there will be some deadly consequences from your Raw GM Eric Bischoff. They could decide to show up after the show, but while the show is still on air, it cannot happen, as Theodore Kane delivers a nasty brainbuster straight to Shinsuke Nakamura. Now Nakamura, he is reeling on some very, very drifty momentum, as there goes Kane off the ring apron. That's dangerous of any ring apron. Very, very tiny space. And so one or all men could just easily fall off it, and of course take a very nasty bump. Now, of course, on Nakamura and Kane, they're very lucky that they didn't fall through one or two of those tables. As Nakamura, he gets tombstone power driven by Kane, but now he immediately gets back up. Nakamura, his head must be made out of some rubber, because it was immediately bounced back up. But I know, and over the limit, it wasn't like rubber. If anything, it was like a stone off of a cliff. No bounce at all. It will not bounce at all. If anything, slightly. As Nakamura, he didn't get from Kane's first tombstone power jar, but he immediately got for that one, and that one was to the outside, while the other one was to the inside. Now, of course, don't you dare think for what Kane just did right now. If that was tombstone power jar, it was not. It was a shoulder breaker, because specifically Kane has one knee up and this breaks down the shoulder. So don't think it's a tombstone power jar, because it's not. You stupid idiots. As I said, Chris Jericho thing. And don't hate me, because I gotta stay with the character. I gotta stay with the heel commentary for Raw. Okay, SmackDown ECW is where I act all nice. SmackDown is where I act like myself. Raw is where I act like a bad guy. Where I act like a heel. Now, of course, Nakamura and Kane, they're having a pretty back and forth matchup here. Now, of course, one of these men, they could fall through the steel steps again. I can't remember who went through the steel steps last time, mostly because I can't remember, or was I paying attention. Let's hear a nice powerbomb from Kane to Shinsuke Nakamura. Kane's back just hit the point of those steel steps. Now Nakamura, he's going to have to try and get some more momentum. He's going to have to do some more of his grapple moves towards Kane. Try to wear him down with some submissions, something like that. or use his speed over Kane as well. As now down the stretch, there goes the submission I was talking about, or try to wear down the legs of the big man, trying to aim specifically after the legs of Kane. Now, of course, I'm giving Nakamura advice here, but of course, I'm still on Kane's side. It's now Kane trying to choke the limit lights. I have Nakamura. Kane's on top of steel steps now. Gets the clothesline off of the monkey flip from Nakamura to Kane. And now Nakamura bouncing up like rubber again. He just won't stay down in this matchup, but over the limit, boy, did he stay down. Because he was the first one to get eliminated. And of course, it was a quick matchup, so imagine how quickly Nakamura got eliminated into that matchup as well. So now, see there, another shoulder breaker. Kane specifically aiming after the shoulder and head of Nakamura probably at this point. And now, backwards inverted Tommy drop. Knee straight to the buttocks. Both these men, you can tell they're worn out now. Now Nakamura with a nice full Nelson suplex to the bigger machine, the bigger monster Kane. Now Nakamura into the Icon Vice, the move that made CM Punk defeat Roman Reigns for CM Punk to stay WWE champion last night. After Roman Reigns took a nasty bump on the outside, in which way landed on his head. Roman and Punk, of course, they are not injured. No one from every person that was involved in the Royal Rumble preview, everyone came out unharmed and they were not injured, luckily. Exactly what Raw needs. Unlike SmackDown, in which where Kevin Owens, a great heel over on SmackDown. I wish we had him on Raw. But, of course, he tried to attack Aleister Black after Owens successfully attacked Austin Aries and Dolph Ziggler prior weeks, in which Aleister Black, his attack on him backfired, in which Aleister Black smashed Owens through glass multiple times, I feel like 3 or 4 times to be exact, in which Owens now gets injured ribs, sadly. Anyway, enough with your daily dose of SmackDown and ECW news, because this is Raw, the better brand. Nakamura now, he's dazed off as Sear. A nice kick from Kane trying to wear down Nakamura slowly, but now Nakamura answers back with a missile dropkick. One-legged dropkick. And so now Nakamura, he's gonna need to try and get some more momentum in here. He's gonna have to start looking good in this matchup against Sear. Kane, he's looking pretty good in this matchup with a nice big boot straight on the bun of Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura gets launched to the ropes, kick to the back. Kane using his kicks here and strikes. Nice big boot, and now Nation of Nakamura. He was close to falling through an announce table. Now, of course, Fandango went through my announce table in part 2 of 3 of this Raw episode from Ricochet throwing him off from the ring apron. From Ricochet being on the ring apron, Fandango being on the inside ring. Fandango went straight through the announce table. Sear, a nice counter from the bystander Nakamura to a victory roll. I'll admit that, but of course Nakamura being the idiot that he is, that's not gonna work unless he's inside the ring. He was on the ring apron, so that count would not pin. Well, he's not on that side of the ring apron. Well, it's because it was rope break as well. As Nakamura now. Swanton type maneuver. Kane just throws him back inside the ring. The strength of Kane cannot really be unmatched unless if you're showing a man like Goldberg or Bobby Lashley into the mix, or Roman Reigns, or they both all have equal strength along with Kane's brother The Undertaker, and of course Brock Lesnar, of course, going to be the strongest, most dominant man once he comes over here to Raw. But he's not here yet, but once he does, SmackDown needs to be better washed out once Bragging Rights comes. Because once the Bragging Rights pay-per-view comes, we already know that Raw is going to topple over all of them. As Sear, a nice gut wrench from Kane. Of course, Bragging Rights, that's far away. That's not necessarily your next pay-per-view. That's not necessarily one of your next probably 5, 6, 7 pay-per-views. It is a very long time far away, as there are a total of 24 pay-per-views exact. They are going to be booked here. Of course, a couple of live events here and then. Of course, with the live from the MSG live event, that's not necessarily a pay-per-view, but it is an event, a special event. But of course, it's not going to have pay-per-view implications where we're going to have every title match and something like that. But it's going to be joint branded from both Raw, SmackDown, and ECW. As Nakamura now, he's just trying to get some momentum, trying to get himself all hyped up, as he's just showing complete and utter disrespect towards Kane. Running around the ring while Kane is still on the outside. So now what's Nakamura thinking here? Of course, no disqualifications on the outside of the ring. Kane, not sure if he's still inside or outside the ring. Well, not sure if he's still outside the ring. He is starting to get back to his feet. Shinsuke Nakamura now, planning to go top wrist. Yes, he does. Nails the drop kick. Cut himself on the ring apron with, like, probably landed on his shoulder. Doesn't matter. Kane, he's gonna need to go back inside the ring. He didn't feel that. Now Nakamura nails the missed dropkick into Kane again. Your big red machine, your big red monster of Raw. He's now in a precarious position as Nakamura with figure 4 leg lock, trying to wear down the big man, which is kind of a smart move, I'll admit that. Because if you take down the legs of the big man, you take down his ability to just basically walk, which helps out against high flyers and big men like Kane. It will basically help out against anyone, to be fair. Of all style types, brawler, a tank wrestler, a high flyer. This is rope break for Kane. Basically, if you take on anyone's legs, you take out their ability to walk, you take down their ability to fight. They can't necessarily win by just throwing punches. You're gonna have to throw some kicks here in wrestling, of course, if this turns into a fist fight or an MMA style matchup here. And that's basically your only way of winning because you got experience, but no. Not here as Kane now has Nakamura up. Never mind Nakamura. He's going to try to fight back. Gets snap mirrored by Kane. Kane is trying to basically break off the back and neck of Nakamura, and that was close. 2 count only. 2 count only. Nakamura now inside the bad position once more. Kane with leg strength submission hold. Trying to break up the leg of Nakamura. Does not fully work out. Nakamura nails the knee strike. Misses the swanton, lands right on his head. And now Kane. Multiple punches. That's the 4th one. But the 5th one, no. Nakamura counts for monk flip as this action probably has gone fast, a little bit more fast paced now. And a long time throughout this matchup now. As we know, Nakamura, after his swanton, trying to get some more momentum. Multiple chops to his stomach of Kane. Has him down, half leg crab. Can this be enough? Imagine if it is. Kane's legs have gone some amount of damage done him. Not much. Not little, though. Just probably a good amount for Kane. He's probably good now on the part of Nakamura. Is now leg strength submission hold, trying to break off the leg of Nakamura is Kane, and ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Shinsuke Nakamura's leg probably just couldn't take the pain, so Nakamura just tapped out to a leg strength of all moves. How pathetic. So ladies and gentlemen, Kane, he brings some more momentum. At this rate, we have gotten Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles not really be a good tag team, of course. We did have Styles beat Kane, but that was before the storyline was unfolded. And of course, we had the tag team matchup at Over the Limit with Kane and Undertaker defeating Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Now, of course, it's now 2-0. Kane has defeated Nakamura a total of 2 times. One by pinfall with the Tombstone Power Driver at Over the Limit. And second victory for Kane against Nakamura, being with the leg strength submission hold of all submission moves. Anyway, your next episode of this universe mode is going to be the week. I was about to say 6. No, but it's gonna be the week 5 edition of ECW. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was part 3 of 3. That was your main event for week 5 of Raw. Next up, gonna be week 5 edition of ECW. So don't miss it. Bye.